Welcome back to Peak Performance. I'm Brandon, and I think you guys have known for a while that we've had our 2021 Jeep Wrangler 4xe for about 8 months now. And while we're still loving the Jeep, there's one thing that I've been wanting to kind of fix or find for it. So if you guys don't know, this Jeep has electric power, it's got gas power, it's got superpowers, but one thing it doesn't have is it doesn't come with, I should say, a 240 volt portable charger. So from the factory, the Jeep, they do give you like a regular 110, 120 volt home charger that's portable, comes in a nice little bag. You can take it with you. But if you're out traveling, and for me, for example, we have a place up north that we go to almost every weekend in the summer, and it would be nice to have a portable 220 charger, 240 charger to be able to charge this thing up, in a couple hours versus the 15 hours that it takes with the OEM 120 volt. So I got to looking online, trying to find a few different portable charger options, something that wouldn't break the bank that I could take with me for these weekend trips. And who knows, even camping, if you have a campsite that has like an outlet where you could plug in for 220 and get that thing charged back up in 2-3 hours, that would be super convenient. And so if you guys haven't seen my other video, I do have a home charge point, 240 volt charger. There's a video, I'll put the little bloopy bloop up here, but you guys can check that out. I did a review of that, and that thing of course is amazing. It works awesome. It was like super expensive, 700 bucks, but it works great, and there's no issues. It's got Wi-Fi, all that good stuff. So I wanted kind of something similar, of course without Wi-Fi, but something that's gonna work well and be able to charge the Jeep. So that's where we came to Megear. So let's go check it out. All right guys, so let me introduce you to the Megear. Voila, here we have it, straight from China. So let me bring you guys a little bit closer. Let's do a quick unbox. All right, so she's coming, of course, in a nice little travel bag, which is exactly what I wanted. And if you guys have watched a lot of my other videos, you can guess where I found this bad boy. Of course, on Amazon. They also have a website too. I'll put the descriptions and the links and stuff down below if you guys want to check it out. But anyway, I went with these guys because of mostly cost. I think this was about 200 bucks, which is pretty affordable for a 240 volt charger. And then the other cool part was I wanted to make sure that I could use it at my house in case, like let's say down the road, I also get another electric vehicle. I think I have a NEMA 650 cable connector deal. This guy, they do have different options. You can get, this one, all the other ones, they have them available. So I got this one just so it will fit my house. And then what I'm gonna do up north at our cabin is I'll make sure that I install that same receptacle while we're up there on the weekend. So I'll probably also, I don't know if I can get maybe like adapters, because my idea was to take this thing camping, or for example, like this summer, we might be going to Tennessee. So maybe while we're down there, who knows, the house we're staying at could have, 240. So then I could be able to use this thing. That's kind of my goal, right? Or at least have the option just to throw this thing in the back of the trunk, along with like the 120 charger, and just have them both with me in the back, out of the way, underneath the kind of where that rear cargo mat goes, right? We can pop that baby underneath. So having a first look here, I mean, quality looks nice. All the cable connections look pretty good. I do like this, the charging head, I guess. I like that it has a little cover on it too, so that's kind of nice. Especially if it's gonna be like portable, in the back of your trunk and stuff. You don't want crap to get all inside of here. So this will be a nice little feature. But according to the instructions, this should fit pretty much any electric vehicle. It says anything that has the SAE J1772 plug, which should be standard. So I think this would pretty much fit anything. Maybe Teslas are different, I'm not sure, but for the Jeep, this does plug right in. So yeah, I think for a couple $100, this is a pretty good, inexpensive way to go. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and plug it into the Jeep, and then we will actually go ahead and test how long it takes to charge the Jeep up. All right guys, so again, here we have our charge point unit, which again, this unit works great, but we're gonna wanna go ahead and unplug it. And like I said, here's my particular charger. There are a few different kinds. Mine's the, I think the NEMA 650. But if you have a different one, you can order it with that same connector, whatever one you need. And I think they actually tell, yeah, so it says right on it. So you can either look at what you have already, or if you're going to have an electrician install a new one, then I guess just install your preference. I happen to have some welders, and so my welders take this NEMA 650. This already existed in my garage, so I just wanted to make sure it matched. So that way I have the same between my electric heater, my welders, and the chargers are all the same connector, right? So, all right, let's go ahead, plug this bad boy in. And so we can see the unit is now showing us that it does have power. And so I think we can just go ahead and connect it right into our Jeep. All right, and just as simple as with our other charger, we're just gonna take this bad boy, plug her on in, and it looks like she is charging. So easy peasy, you know, it's just like your regular charger. But if you're watching this video, maybe you don't have a Jeep yet or an electric vehicle yet, I mean, literally just pull a little trigger, pop these things in, and you're charging. And so this Megear charger, although it is a level 2 charger, it is only rated for 16 amps. So kind of a bummer compared to, for example, like our ChargePoint unit, which is rated up to 50 amps. And I think the Jeep can only use up to 42 amps. But anyway, with that ChargePoint charger and 42 amps, and this is a 15 kilowatt hour battery, but I think it only ever really charges like 13 kilowatts. But anyway, we can fully charge this Jeep with the ChargePoint in like 2 hours, maybe even a little bit less. Now with the Megear, this is going to be 240 volts times 16 amps. And so I think the kind of idea or the theory is that this should take maybe about 4 hours. So it's still about double the time of the ChargePoint, but it's like 1/4 the time of the regular 110 volt charger that comes with the Jeep. And again, for $200, you know, versus like $700 for the ChargePoint, I think this is a good way for us to go. You know, I didn't want to spend a ton of money, but I did want to have that option, and I'm still able to, you know, 4 hours is not bad. Basically, I could still be able to be up north, use the Jeep in the morning, have it charged, you know, by lunch or later afternoon, and then take it back out again for 25, 30 more miles. Because I tell you, last summer, a lot of the biggest fun up north at our cabin, up at the trails and stuff, is taking this thing off-road, just going through a lot of the sand trails in complete electric mode. It's just so whisper quiet. All you hear are the, you know, trees cracking and all that kind of stuff, the branches breaking. I think I have some actually in-car video in another video I posted last summer, so I'll bloop that up here somewhere. But yeah, check that out too. It's pretty awesome. Now that we have our unit plugged into the Jeep, you can see it does have some additional lights here, of course, right? So it tells us that, okay, we are connected, we are charging, and there's no faults. So if there was some kind of issue, you'd have that on there. And then if we come actually inside the Jeep, so the Jeep has a few different lights. When you first pop the unit in, it does give you a light, a visible light outside. So it'll cycle through, and green means we're good, it's charging. And then of course on the inside, it also is telling us, this is kind of like a battery display. So this means the Jeep's already fully charged. So yeah, plugged in, charging complete. That took us about 4 hours, which is exactly what we expected. So yeah, I think that worked pretty good. I mean, give or take, I didn't do it exactly, but from when I started filming this morning till now, it's about 4 hours. So again, that's fantastic. As that's going to be it for this video. Again, check out Megear below. So I will put the link in the description to both their Amazon store and their website. I think for about $200, this thing works pretty well. And especially for me, I think it's going to be fantastic when I'm traveling, when I'm camping, stuff like that, to be able to have a 240 volt charger option with me to be able to much more quickly get my Jeep charged back up. Because with this Jeep, we only get about 25 to 30 miles per charge. So, you know, to be able to charge this thing back up again, it really makes it much more effective, where you could double or triple that 30-mile range within one single day, versus if you're just trying to charge it with 110, 120, you're looking at, you know, 15-hour recharge. So then you're only able to get those 30 miles in one day. So hopefully this video helps you guys out. Again, you know, please help support the channel. Check out Megear, and we'll see you guys on the next one.